What is up, everybody? This is TeknoBlast on Tech Knows Gaming. And earlier today, I had a very interesting conversation with a guy, I think it was a guy, on Twitter. And you know, Twitter, everything's real, right? Everybody's got something to say. Well, anyways, this was about the whole Microsoft admitting that Game Pass leads to low game sales. Now, I will admit, from my own personal experience, that when a first-party game such as Gears, Halo, Hi-Fi Rush, something of that nature, I'm going to take advantage of Xbox Game Pass and play it through there. When it comes to games that are not in Game Pass, I will buy it when it's a sales price. I will not pay full price for it. And some people just don't like that. Some people believe that you should pay full price for it. I don't. I think people that are able to pay full price is great. Good for you. Someone like myself who can afford a $70 game, I choose not to. I choose not to pay $70 because I don't think it's worth $70. I don't care how great the entertainment is. I'm not going to spend $70 for it. You may think it is, and that's fantastic for you. But you got other people who are not as fortunate as you, myself, and other people that can pay $70 a pop. And they need a service like this, Game Pass, to be able to play tons of other games at a low cost. No different than you signing up for Netflix, you signing up for Spotify, you signing up for Amazon, and taking advantage of those movies and shows that are in there. Now, some people argue that, well, at least some of those movies had hit the theaters. They made their money within the launch window of the movie theater, and then they stuck it into the streaming services like Netflix. I get that. I get that some albums get sold at the stores first or get sold online first, and then later it's added to a streaming service. I get it. I understand. Now, this one person I was having a conversation with was arguing that people like myself who uses Game Pass is causing the failure of Xbox. And well, is the demise of Xbox is coming because of Game Pass. Because of some article, I didn't even read the article because I just don't care to, that Phil Spencer said back in 2018 that Game Pass leads to more sales, and then something in the CMA stating that game sales have dropped because of Game Pass. Now, the way some people are twisting it is that if Gears game was released in Game Pass, that means nobody's going to buy the game itself at $70, which is true. Because when Gears 5 came out, I didn't pay for it. I got it through Game Pass. When Sea of Thieves came out, I didn't pay for it. It came on Game Pass. Hi-Fi Rush, I didn't pay for it. I got it on Game Pass. However, that same money that I would have used to purchase these games, I purchased other games. So when Phil Spencer is saying that, hey, this leads to more game sales, they're not talking about the game itself that they're referring to, such as Gears. They're talking about other games that you wouldn't have money to spend on. Now, again, going back to this conversation with this guy that I had, he was stating that, you know, because of services like this, like Game Pass, it's causing a demise of Xbox. And I've said this many times. This is no secret. My business as a consumer, as someone who enjoys video games, it is my job and my concern is to purchase a game the cheapest amount possible. Whether it's through Game Pass and not having to pay an extra dime for it, or go to a sales where there's a sale for a game. If the game has dropped $30 in the next 3 months after release, then I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to pay $70 for it. That's my concern. My concern is my wallet. My concern is what's the cheapest I can get this game for. Now you have all these fake outrage people say, well, you know, Xbox and, you know, it's going to cause a demise of Xbox and, you know, the developers. Again, I will say this again, and I've said it many times. I've said it on my show, and I've said it on Legal's show. Direct Gaming, check him out. As a consumer, I'm concerned about the cheapest game I can get. The cheapest price I can get for a game. The concern of Microsoft, Xbox, Sony, Nintendo, the developers, any company that's out there, the studios, it is their job and their concern to market the game and maximize their profits. Not mine. If they falter and they close shop, then that's on them. It's not on me, because they didn't market the game properly, or they didn't price it properly, or, you know, like some are saying, it was added to Game Pass. It is not my concern how these companies make money. I'm trying to keep as much money as my pocket. They're trying to take away as much money out of my pocket. And we're playing this back and forth game, and I'm gonna get a game at the cheapest rate possible. So again, I'm not concerned how a company makes their money. I'm concerned how much I can pay for that game at the lowest rate possible. If you think that's bad thinking, that's bad logic, I really don't care. So yeah, it's interesting to interact some of these characters on Twitter, trying to convince me otherwise, say, hey, I should pay $70, or I should admit that because of Game Pass, Xbox is failing. Well, if Xbox is failing because of Game Pass, one, that's their fault. They gave me a cheap avenue to play video games at a very low monthly cost. And let's not forget, it's not like these developers and studios are being strong-armed in putting their games into the service. I'm pretty sure Phil Spencer is not got some goons with him twisting their arms, has it hatchet and say, hey, you better put this game in the service or you're going to lose a finger or maybe your whole arm. I don't think it goes that way. So if anything, if all these people are concerned about Game Pass and what they're doing to the industry, maybe you should have a talk with your developer. Ask them to stop putting games in Game Pass. Ask them to stop taking that lump sum of money or however the game paid for that game to be in the service. Maybe talk to them, because Xbox, all they're doing is providing an avenue to promote their game, an avenue to play games on the cheap. It's up to the developer if they want to agree in putting their games on the service. So don't get upset with me when I'm taking advantage of paying $10 to $15 a month to play all these games on this service. Maybe you should talk to your developers, your favorite precious developers that you're protecting so much, that you're so concerned about their well-being. Maybe talk to them first and say, hey, you need to stop adding games to Game Pass. Well, that's it, guys. That's all I had today. If you guys want to continue the discussion, man, come back Thursday night at 7 p.m. I always have my weekly show here with a panel as well. Sometimes there's an occasion that I'm by myself. But hey, if you want to join in, just let me know. Shoot me a DM on Twitter and I'll add you to the list. Other than that, we'll continue this subject on the comment section, Twitter, or at the show on Thursday night. Talk to you guys later. Bye.